Gonna try that clap transition again to see if it helps put my knee sleeves on a little bit easier. Definitely didn't work. Anyways, squat day, last day of the deload-ish week, and I kind of did something a little bit stupid last night. Because last night when I was doing my movement prep, I was scrolling through the Instagram and I saw Duffin doing this banded shin box getup, and I was like, hey, I should probably try this. Because I figured with what's going on with my hips, like it would really touch what I want to touch really freaking well, and it felt super, super, super solid with my left leg back. But when I pushed off that right side, it was like instant hot sciatica, hamstrings totally going dead, like leg totally useless, and I was like, shit. And I'm not saying that it's a bad movement. I am saying that with where my hip is, I just wasn't anywhere near ready for that level of pushing through rotation. And when I jack myself up doing a certain movement, what I usually like to do is find a way to make that movement a little bit friendlier so that I can do it, and then use that friendlier movement to reduce sensitivity and gain back some control. So instead of that full shin box getup, I planted one leg on the bench, got a band to string around my toes to give a little bit of resistance, and then what I did is I pulled up some band tension, let the band suck me back and hip, get a little bit of rotation. I tried to drive my knee in, drive the hips forward, get some reps there, and after a little while of this, I could slowly feel my leg coming back to life. And again, I don't think there's anything magical to do in that. I just think that it allowed me to show myself that my leg didn't need to be freaked out because of the real deal. Anyways, we are gonna get ready to squat now. And you guys wouldn't know this by looking right now, but Joel is also here too. With the hip being a little bit questionable, my only two goals for today are, number one, make sure my brace feels as good as it needs to, and number two, show the self-restraint to not try to keep up with Joel. Pull, 2, 1. You're like the multiply guy, just like waiting in the bottom, hoping that like just pausing will convince the judges. Yep. What? Pull in, pull in, pull in. Yep. Good. And because we are not keeping up with Joel, this is going to be the top set of the day. Well, top sets because I'll probably do another here, but I don't think I'm going to go up. Actually, spot here on the off chance that my hip explodes.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, you're good.
What? Oh. Yep.
Good.
Tight. Yep. And as pissed off at myself as I am about my last set, I really want to follow Joel, but I know that I haven't earned the right to go whatever the hell this is in pounds on a deload week yet.
Keep that head in. Head. Good. Hold the chin in. Hold the chin in. Good.
And that last one wasn't it yet, but kind of on the right track, so we'll take another after Joel does his. Squat. Yep. Pull in. Good. Good. And let's do our best to end on a non-dumpster fire note here today.
The head, abs, patient. Squat. Keep the head, keep the head. Right. Head.
Yeah, that was it. Found it. And that one has me at least confident enough that we're not totally fucked. So because it took me 3 sets to get my shit together, I am gonna forego secondary and just do some sets of 5 at 3 reds to see if we can solidify the solid feelings. And what I gotta remember is it's going to feel fucked standing up.
Yeah.
And that's what I was struggling with earlier, is I was trying to make it feel not super fucked standing up.
Like in your abdomen?
Like the belt tightness.
Oh, is it loose or tighter?
Looser.
Oh.
Because like to be big enough to expand once I'm under the bar,
Yeah.
it needs to be really fucking loose standing up. And it, like this feels,
Unconstitutional for you?
yeah, it feels like I'll never find it, but I gotta remember when I get under the bar.
Set. Yep.
Squat. Keep the head, keep the head. Right, keep the head. Let's go. One more. Hold the head, hold the head.
Still feel like there's fucking something up with my shelf, but it's at least workable.
What feels so different now?
This feels like I'm crooked.
Yeah.
Like
It's funny because
rotationally.
Rotationally on that one, you were straighter than
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm just not used to being straight. Emotions are feeling a little bit mixed after that because on one side I'm like, okay, I think those finally feel like we might be on the right track to get it for the last couple weeks. But on the other side, it's like, holy shit, why did it take me so freaking long to not be squatting like a bag of dicks today? But, you know, it's a light week. It doesn't need to feel great. It doesn't need to be spectacular. And I think that I did need that opportunity to be able to screw around and shit a little bit to relearn how to wedge into a squat well with an anterior tension. I think like what I've been missing since I've been less fat is that getting under the bar is so much easier now than it used to be, so that I don't have to like crank myself back. And what I kind of brought back into those later sets when it started clicking again is I would arch into my pick, get the wedge, get the shelf, get everything going, and then I would keep the head pack, but then curl myself down to set the brace. And like finding that is what made it like feel like, oh shit, the bar doesn't feel like it's a bar anymore. It feels like it's air. So yeah, we might be on the right track. Also, this is Liam. Liam runs Zone, and we're going to be giving away a bottle of ammonia to everyone who signs up to Team Activated. So sign up.
Yes, you heard that right. If you hit that link below and sign up for Team Activated, we are going to send you a bottle of Zone to help you bring the hype and get more out of the best powerlifting coaching.
And with the hips feeling a little bit not spectacular, gonna run some Sumos to touch those adductors just a hair. Triples, speed work-ish intent, nothing spectacular going down here. Still hate sumo, but that felt pretty nice in the taint. And this is perfect because Joel's already got the T-bar loaded up for me. And the reason it's perfect is if you want a single leg RDL to feel freaking insane, you're gonna stand by a landmine or T-bar row, anchor your close hand to the sucker, step out, try to get your outside foot directly under that hand, and this is basically just gonna push you right into that lateral hip, and it's gonna feel freaking disgustingly beautiful. You can tell the right-sided hip rotators are way fucking tight in the left, but that's also why I wanted to do these. And I'm gonna copy Joel here with some rear delty touching on the chest supported row. And I think like my whole take on upper back work right now being this close to the meet is I really just need to do enough that I'm not losing it. Probably don't need to be pushing it hard, and that'll hopefully give me a little bit more room to do more betterer on the lifts that actually matter on the platform. And to clarify, that is not the kind of choice that you should be making at 20 weeks out. That's the kind of choice that you can be making at 5 weeks out if you have pushed things hard for the previous 15. And I forgot to film the first set, so this is second set of my Nordics on easy mode because I don't want to die. And we grabbed an adult-sized kettlebell today because if I'm trimming down the hard ab work to 2 days per week, I might as well make the hard days actually hard. This feels very hefty right now. Definitely not going to go overhead with the sucker. And I guess this is round 2. Keeping the kettlebell a little higher this one, it freaking sucks. Oh. Oh, fuck. I don't know what it is about those, but it just makes me want to make the most fucking questionable noises. Then I remember I have a microphone, and then I'm like, don't make the noise, don't make the noise, don't make the noise, and then it just fucking comes out anyways. Fuck. And then Joel's over there like fantasizing about me squeaking and moaning while doing GHR setups. So that is the last of the ultra lazy deload week complete. And like I was saying earlier, like kind of a mixed bag feeling wise on squats, but I know that the first couple sets, even though they weren't perfect, they were at least okay. And then that last triple in the downs, like that felt like old stuff on the pick, on the brace. And I'm at least, a little bit optimistic. And I think that where I was strength-wise before I kind of started having all the fuck-ups in a row, even with how not great the last couple weeks of squats went, I still think that with how strong my hacks were, with how strong my split squats were, with how strong like everything else that I know builds my squat has been, I should still be able to pull something out of my ass and put together at least a half decent peak with what we got. And I mean, all there is to it now is just to make sure that we set ourselves up for the meet the best that we freaking can, get on that platform, make good choices, and it will be as good of a day as we can make it. And I think like as long as I make it as good of a day as I can make it, it's going to be a pretty freaking good day. So thank you guys so much for watching, sticking around for the ride, and hopefully this vlog series gets less depressing moving forward here.